Hi there, and welcome. I'm Cheryl, and this is Your Journey Yoga. And today we are going to focus on the feet. Healthy and happy feet, they do so much work for us that it's just important to take some time, refresh them, get those toes moving, activate the muscles through the upper foot and through the sole of the foot, and just really get some separation and some space between those toes. And today I invite you to grab a towel and a tennis ball. If you don't happen to have a tennis ball, just as some form of a smaller ball that is a little bit malleable but fairly firm, a lacrosse ball or a massage ball is great. We're going to use that for a little bit of self-massage in a little bit. So set your tennis ball off to the side and just grab your towel and then just drop it down right in front of you. We're going to take our foot and we're going to reach down. We're going to grab, we're going to separate those toes, take a hold of that towel and lift it and lower it, release it. Take it down, squinch it between your toes, lift it, lower it, release it. 2 more times. You can do this as many times as you like. I say at least 5. And again, so we lift it, hold on to it, squinch it, release it. Again, lift it and release. 1 more time. And release it. And then we switch to the other side. So you're going to notice probably it's a little bit easier on one side than it is the other. It's absolutely fine. If you have a tendency to get foot cramps, toe cramps, that can be one of those things that's not super fun. Just give yourself a second, wiggle those toes, let it pass. Don't judge, keep a sense of humor. Just know that the more you work those toes and the feet, the less that's likely to happen. Making this the last one. If you want to do a couple extra, please feel free. And if it drops, you'll notice. Maybe those toes need to work a little bit harder. And go ahead and set that down. Go ahead and set the towel off to the side. And come back, standing tall. Our next one, we're going to fan those feet. So we're going to rock back to our heels, lift those toes, spread those toes wide, and then individually placing the pinky toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and then both big toes down. Feel that connection to the earth. We rock back once again, lift those toes. Again, fan them out. And then slowly place each toe to the mat. Doesn't have to be pretty, guys. Keep a sense of humor. Rock it back, spread them, and then again, 1 toe at a time as best you can. You're going to notice it's easier on one side. If you want a little trick, I like to separate my fingers at the same time and move the fingers at the same time I move my toes. They're connected for some reason, have no idea why. If you start to feel a little fatigue in your ankles, that's normal. Great job. Now we're going to squinch those toes underneath us. Just tuck them in as tight as you can, like you're going to make fists with your feet. And then release them. Spread them wide, give them a little wiggle. Now squinch them, tuck them in, and release them. Wiggle them. Draw them in, make little fists with those feet, and release them, wiggle them. And again, squinch them in, and release them. Let's shift our weight to our right foot, and we're going to flip those left toes and just press it forward. Just pressing the top of the foot to the floor and then roll to the one side and then to the other. Rolling it out, rolling it in. Now, if you have any kind of special condition with those toes, maybe you've had your toes broken or you've had a toe fused, yeah, maybe this isn't the very best. Just be kind. And then step it over, and we flip that right foot over. And pressing into those toes, feeling that nice stretch through the front of the ankle, top of the foot, and we roll out and in. Now this is mindful rolling. It's not just letting that foot collapse and the weight of the ankle pressing too deep into the stretch. This should feel really good. So we're going to get some stretch, we're going to get some active mobility, and then we're going to get a little strengthening here too. Go ahead and flip that foot back. Now we are going to focus on that left leg, and we're going to press the instep of the foot down and then the outside of the foot down. Press it in through the arch of the foot, pinky toe side of the foot. So we're kind of shifting the ankle and out. Again, one more time. In and out and back to center. Now the other side, just through the ankle and then in and out and in. Now if this is really challenging for you, it doesn't have to be a huge motion, just activating, starting to feel a little fatigue in the ankle, totally normal and all fine, and then back to center. Breathe. So now we're going to do some heel lifts. Wiggle those toes. If you need something to help balance you, moving next to a wall or have a chair handy, we're going to simply rise up onto the tips of the toes and the balls of the feet, mindful of those heels not flaring out to the side. So we want to keep nice and tall and then slowly release back down. Feel the weight shift back into those heels. Keeping the core strong, we shift our weight forward, lifting, 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 and slowly lowering back down. And again, we're going to do 5 of these. If you feel like you need a few more of them, please take the time to do them. And slowly lower. And again, we lift. And slowly lower. One more time, we lift. And slowly lower. And now we take that tennis ball and we're going to set it right below us. We're going to shift our foot forward. I'll give you the front version and the side. We want to place that tennis ball just right behind all the digits of your toes and right at the ball of your foot. And we're going to press it down and wrap your toes around it and then gently release it. Press down, wrap those toes, and release it, pulling the toes back. Press it down, wrap the toes, and slowly release it. Lift those toes. We press down, wrap it around, and lift. One more time. Press it down, wrap those toes around, and lift. And we take it to the other foot. Ball of the foot, and we press it down, wrap those toes around the ball, and gently release. Again, press down, shift your weight forward, really pressing into that foot with the ball, and release. Toes lift. We press down, wrapping the toes around the ball, and lift. It's amazing to me how good this feels. Press it down, wrap it around, and lift. Lift those toes. And again, one more time, press it down just as hard as you can, and gently release it and lift it. Now we just get to massage. So you can stay on that same foot, and we're just going to roll that tennis ball all along the arch of the foot, all the way down to the heel. You can put as much pressure into this as you like. The more pressure you put in, the deeper the massage you're going to feel. Just be nice. If you're feeling any kind of a ropiness across the foot, I could tell you that there's a little bit of fascia that's irritated. You got some trigger points in there, pulling it back all the way to the toes. Just, this should just feel really good. So do a few passes, whatever feels good to you. And then go ahead and switch to the other foot. And again, anytime you feel like you need a little more stability, feel free to use a chair, the wall. It's a great little balancing here since we're working on one foot and the other foot's elevated a little bit. Make sure you get all the way down into that heel. This is a great one if you deal with plantar fasciitis. Just giving some love into those feet. So that is all we need, the tools for our ball and our towel. You can always come back if you're like, wow, one of those felt really good. You can always redo this whole video a couple times. Just have fun with it. This should be good. Just feels really good. And just notice if one foot needs a little more love than the other. I'm noticing that on my right foot. Needs a little bit more love. And as you are finished, go ahead and just kick that little ball off to the side, out of your way. And we're going to turn those toes open. And again, balance if you need it, holding on to the chair. We rise, coming up to the toes. Feel how that activates your calves. And then slowly back down we come. We lift and lower. So good. Now you can do this faster, you can do it slower. You can do this up on blocks if you want to, so that the ball of your foot is on the blocks. Your heels will drape down off of the block. This is absolutely fine just to do flat-footed as well. One more time, and then we're going to alternate those feet. So we lift one and bend the knee. Place it back down. Lift the other, bending the knee. So really coming up onto those toes and the ball of the foot, alternating sides. Just feels good. Toes are still turned open. Standing up nice and tall. Fabulous. Heel toe those feet in. Heel toe those feet out. Heel toe them in and out. Being mindful. In. Let's go one more time and out. One more time, in we come. Now shift your weight to your right foot, and we're just going to lift that left knee and we're going to roll the ankle. Making sure that you get both directions just a few times each side. So a little stability for that supporting leg. Now we're just going to point and flex. Point and flex. As you point, spread those toes. As you flex, point those toes. Good. Pointing and flexing. As you point, really draw those toes back. And again, roll. Great way to kind of check in with your balance too. Strengthening the ankle. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Firmly planting that left foot in. We lift and we roll. Now you might notice that one side feels a little more natural to roll. Just keep a sense of humor. And just do what feels right. Just moving the ankle, giving it some love. Pointing and flexing the foot. Stretching those toes a little bit. And go ahead and set it back down. Rock back to your heels. Lift those toes. Press the balls of the feet into the mat. Spread your toes. And again, let's gently place. Pinky toe, second toe, third toe. All 5 toes firmly into the mat. Stand tall. Feel grounded. How the ankles, how the toes, how the feet. I hope they feel amazing. Our last little stretch here can be kind of challenging. So take a second to get into it. We're going to shift our weight to our right foot. Again, use your chair if you need to. We're going to tuck the toes under, but we're going to bring that big toe out. So the other 4 toes stay tucked under. And we're just going to gently press that big toe extended, all 4 other toes tucked underneath. And switch. Tuck the toes. See if you can wiggle that big toe out from underneath. This is challenging for me, so obviously I need it. If this is easy for you, I love it. Getting that big toe out. Oh, you might even have to do it manually. Big toe. This guy doesn't want to go. Big toe out as best you can. So this is going to be progress for me, right? This is going to be a process, I should say. And switch. Other side, tuck the toes. And see, that one comes right out. I don't know what it is. That's funny. So how is it for you? One side easier than the other? And switch, tuck. Let's see if I can get it better this time. Hey, there we go. Big toe comes out. And breathe. Let's do one more each side. Tuck the toes. And again, if you have had any kind of toe issues, broken bones, or fusions, yeah, you might not want to tuck those toes underneath. Just wiggling those toes, coming up onto the ball of the foot. Then one more time, we take it to the right. I'm mirroring you, so this is my left foot, and good gravy. That's a lot harder on that left side for me. And release. Oh, one more big wiggle. One more rock forward, lift those heels. And lower, lift those heels and lower. One more time, lift and lower. I just want to say thank you so much for being here today. Happy, healthy feet. I hope you're doing amazing. And until the next time, my friends, namaste.